Council meetings in order. We ask that if you have a cell phone, if you would put it on silent, vibrate, or off, it would be greatly appreciated. At this time, we'll be led in prayer by Madam Clerk, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Madam Clerk.
O God of might, wisdom and justice, through whom authority is rightly administered, laws enacted and judgment decreed, assist us, we beseech thee, that the city council may be conducted in righteousness and be eminently useful to thy people over whom we preside. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams. Here. Morgan.
Present.
West. Present. Jacobs.
Present.
Mayor Kirkland.
Present. Move for the approval of minutes.
So moved.
I second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland.
Yes. At this time, prior to us opening the mic up for public comments, resolution number 8 will be removed from the agenda. This time we open up the microphone for public comments. If you have public comments, go to the microphone, state your name, address, and your comments. Okay, seeing none. Madam Clerk.
Resolution, the council of the city of Chester does resolve that it does hereby ratify the appointment of April Thomas to the position of secretary for the Department of Public Safety with a 60-day probationary period and no benefits effective December 16, 2019 at the rate of a secretary pursuant to the agreement between the city and Teamsters Local 312.
So moved.
I second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland.
Yes.
Resolution, the council of the city of Chester does resolve that it does hereby appoint Harry Cotton as a member of the Chester City Planning Commission to fill the unexpired term of Anthony L. Moore, term to expire December 31st, 2021.
So moved.
I second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland.
Yes.
Resolution, the council of the city of Chester does resolve that it does hereby reappoint Patricia L. Worrell as member of the City of Chester Zoning Hearing Board, term to expire December 31st, 2024.
So moved.
I second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland.
Yes.
Resolution, whereas the City of Chester adopted a tuition reimbursement program for management employees pursuing education programs on January 23, 1997. And whereas the City of Chester is desirous of amending said tuition reimbursement program. Now therefore, the Council of the City of Chester does resolve that it does hereby amend the current tuition reimbursement policy, allowing for a maximum of $5,000 per academic year for all management and or non-union employees pursuing education programs determined to be beneficial to the operation of the city.
So moved.
I second. Are there any questions? Madam Clerk.
Councilors Williams.
Yes.
Morgan.
Yes.
West.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland.
Yes.
Resolution, whereas the City of Chester continues to develop its parks and trails, and whereas Chester City Council serves as the policy and decision-making body responsible for further development, expansion, and integration of multimodal trails and greenway systems that serve the entire City of Chester. And whereas the city is an active participant of the Chester Creek Trail and the Pennsylvania East Coast Greenway. And whereas the city is positioned at the intersection of the proposed Chester Creek Trail and East Coast Greenway. And whereas Chester City Council desires to designate the trails located throughout the city of Chester as heritage trails. Now therefore, the council of the city of Chester does resolve that it does hereby authorize the designation of Crozier Park to Erie Park within the Chester Creek Trail as the Martin Luther King Jr. Heritage Trail as a part of the Chester City Parks, Trails, and Open Space Master Plan. Further, it does hereby authorize the proper city officials to execute any documents necessary for this designation. Even further, said designation is contingent upon final review of the city solicitor.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Resolution, the council of the city of Chester does resolve that it does hereby rescind in its entirety the attached resolution regarding the early retirement incentive program that was passed by council on December 11, 2019.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Resolution, whereas as part of the city's Act 47 Economic Recovery Plan, the city desires to implement an early retirement incentive program for certain officers of the city.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Bill number 15, first reading was on November 27, 2019. Ordinance number 15 of 2019, an ordinance as amended. An ordinance of the city of Chester, Delaware County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, appropriating specific sums estimated to be required for the specific purposes of a municipal government hereinafter set forth during the 2020 calendar year. The council of the city of Chester does ordain, Section 1, that for the expenditures and expenses of the 2020 calendar year, the following amounts are hereby appropriated from the fund equities, revenues, and other financing sources available for the 2020 calendar year for the specific purposes herein set forth. Section 2, the general fund budget for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $55,466,840 and appropriated from the following revenues as more fully detailed in the attached Exhibit A. Real estate taxes, $10,581,422. Taxes at 511, $17,492,033. Fines, $200,000. Licenses and permits, $1,769,100. Interest, rents, and royalties, $5,990,303. Intergovernmental revenues, $9,963,987. Charges for services, $7,265,708. Reimbursements, $1,383,050. Other revenue, $821,237, totaling $55,466,840. Section 3, the general fund budget for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $55,466,840 and appropriate to the following departments as more fully detailed in the attached Exhibit A. Department of Public Affairs, $19,881,544. Department of Accounts and Finance, $22,308,921. Department of Public Safety, $6,680,709. Department of Streets and Highways, $3,047,253. Department of Parks and Public Property, $2,067,190. Operating transfers, $1,481,222, totaling $55,466,840. Section 4, the state liquid fuels tax fund for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $899,109 with detailed appropriation described in greater detail in Exhibit A, City of Chester, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, 2020 budget. Section 5, the special revenue fund for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $100,000 with detailed appropriation described in greater detail in Exhibit A, City of Chester, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, 2020 budget. Section 6, the debt service fund for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $4,202,960 with detailed appropriation described in greater detail in Exhibit A, City of Chester, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, 2020 budget. Section 7, the GCCC fund for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $569,917 with detailed appropriation described in greater detail in Exhibit A, City of Chester, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, 2020 budget. Section 8, the capital improvement fund for the 2020 calendar year is hereby set at $500,000 with detailed appropriation described in greater detail in Exhibit A, City of Chester, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, 2020 budget. In Section 9, that any ordinances conflicting with this ordinance be and the same is hereby repealed insofar as the same affects this ordinance.
So moved.
I second.
Are there any questions?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me retract that. I move that we pass bill number 15 on its last and final reading.
Good catch. I second that we pass bill number 15 on its last and final reading.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes.
Bill number 16, first reading was on November 27, 2019. Ordinance number 6 of 2019, and ordinance as amended. An ordinance of the City of Chester, Delaware County, Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, prescribing the number, duties, and compensation of the employees of the City of Chester for the year 2020, directing payment on an annual basis, prescribing the method and times of payment, and repealing all ordinances or parts of ordinances inconsistent therewith.
I move that we pass bill number 16 on its last and final reading.
I second that we pass bill number 16 on its last and final reading.
Are there any questions? Madam Clerk?
Councilors Williams?
Yes.
Morgan?
Yes.
West?
Yes.
Jacobs?
Yes.
Mayor Kirkland?
Yes. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
You're welcome.
At this time, we have a very, very, very special presentation with a very, very special person.
Mayor and council and audience, as the mayor just said, a very, very special presentation. You know, you have some people, she's the glue that has kept the health department license inspections together. She keeps us like a family. Talking about Millie. And you have some people who, they last a long time, longevity. We're talking about 40 years here. But not just that, along with the 40 years, and excellent, excellent, excellent work. You could always count on Millie to be where she's supposed to be. I mean, she just ran. I'm going to miss her. I know everybody in the department is going to miss her. I know Ben's going to miss her.
6 years.
6 years. He and Herb Lawrence fought over Millie. Well, anyway, let me just get to reading this. This is very special. Millie, and one of the, in all of this information that we gathered for you, where's Livy at, by the way? Oh, here she is. All of this information we gathered for this, the thing that we were stuck on, and we had to ask the question as late as yesterday. Anya can tell you. Were you born in the city of Chester?
Yes.
Okay, we got it right. So we can start out. Citation. Be it hereby known to all that the city of Chester offers its sincerest congratulations to Mildred Jones in recognition of your retirement. Whereas Mildred Jones, better known to most as Millie, was born and raised in Chester, Pennsylvania. And whereas Millie Jones began working for the city of Chester on June the 28th, 1978. That was longer than some of you wasn't even born. And whereas Millie Jones' tenure as a city employee has afforded her the opportunity to serve under various mayors, beginning with Mayor Joseph Valley, and currently with Mayor Thaddeus Kirkland. And whereas Mildred Jones has worked for various departments within the local government, including CETA, a federal job training program, the police department, the finance department, the personnel department, and most recently within the health department. Whereas for 40 years of dedication and commitment to the city of Chester, Mildred Jones will retire from her position of secretary within the health department. Now therefore, I, Mayor Thaddeus Kirkland, and council members of the city of Chester offer congratulations to Mildred Jones, Millie, on her retirement and extend a heartfelt thank you to her for 4 decades of service to our community. Presented this 18th day of December, 2019. Anybody from the department want to come up and take pictures, Mayor and Council? You're getting used to this now. You're getting last week there was a whole bunch of people. So they get up there, I get it.
You got something to say to everybody?
Yeah, let everybody, y'all come on. Get on up here, Ben.
I actually need you all to shift to your right. Oh, thank you.
You want Millie to stay put?
No, I would prefer for,
You want Millie to shift? Okay.
Right.
I'm sorry. No, stand, and we'll shift and shake.
if you guys can put her in the middle, that would be great. Come on down now. Come on, baby. Now turn your head. There you go.
I'm gonna go up here.
No, Councilman, come over here, sir.
Right here.
No, I actually, could he please go?
Oh, okay, whatever Anya says.
Could I have you ladies come closer up here? Thank you. Yep, thank you. So that everyone just look at me. 1, 2. Thank you.
And this is real convenient. The replacement for Millie, I think she's gonna start training her. April, is April here? April. Would you stand up, April? you say something.
Oh, sure. I've had a wonderful, wonderful time. I never gave it a thought that I'd ever be here for 40 plus, because it was 40 in June. And I enjoyed myself in all the departments I had, and the time went by so quick. I never in a million years ever would have thought when I started that I would be here 40 years. But I've lived in the city. My family was born and raised in the city. And my son and I still live in the same house that my parents had. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful time. I've had, in all my years, in different departments, I've had a wonderful time. And that's about it. I mean, time went by quick. I never, who would have thought 40 years? But I was younger, and now I'm older, so it has to be. But I've enjoyed my whole time. And I hope April, after I train her and she learns as much as possible, will have a long time also.
We just gonna love them.
I've had a nice time. I mean, you know, it's fun. You have to like what you're doing.
Yes,
And I did.
yes. Well, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah, I'll miss being here.
I'm sorry.
You got all day.
All right. I'm gonna miss her, really.
Oh, well, you know I like it. I wouldn't have stayed if I hadn't liked it. You know, everybody could leave. Right. But I always liked it, so I stayed. Hi, Mayor. Well, thank you. I know, I had fun. I know. Not many people have fun here, but I did. I can get on now. And I also was not on a cane 40 years ago.
Great day, everyone. It's another quick announcement. I just figure I'd just keep it going since it's still our department, right? First off, I'd like to thank Mayor and Council for honoring this project and letting me do it real quick. So it's Operation Mint Bliss. So, that everyone participated in. What we've done is we've adopted some seniors. So I had an adopted grandparent program, and I got permission from Mayor and Council, and Mayor and Council and citizens in the city of Chester have been giving diligently to this program, and I call it Operation Mint Bliss. And we have adopted a location, which is secret until Friday, and we're going to govern ourselves accordingly Friday and give out these wonderful fluffy socks and some leg and body energizing mint bliss lotion. And I'd just like to thank Mayor and Council for their participation of honoring some seniors in this holiday season that may be left behind. Thank you.
We'd like to, it's not a presentation, but it's an acknowledgement to acknowledge one more individual. And it's kind of bittersweet, but I do want to acknowledge the presence and the hard work of Chief James Nolan, who has served this community for some 23 years. Not as long as Miller, but He's worked hard for the past 23 years here in this community. And usually when you work hard, sometimes others will come along and snatch away some of your very best. And Chief Nolan will not really be leading us. He'll be working in a different capacity in the county. He'll be heading up the CID division. Am I correct?
Yes,
Chief?
that's right.
The chief will be heading up the CID division out in Delaware County under DA-elect Stolzheimer. So we just want to say to you, Chief, thank you for all the hard work that you've done here in our community. Thank you for your dedication here in the Chester community. And the opportunities for even better law enforcement here in our community will be extended to us by way of his position out in the county. And so, I've never been in service, but I do salute you, sir.
I'll just take a second to thank you, Your Honor, and to say that I am very proud of the time I've spent here. I'm very proud of the time I've lived here. My family chose to come here after the Second World War from both Shamokin and Lenai, Pennsylvania, and I've done everything I can to improve the living conditions for everyone that lives here as long as I've had the opportunity to do so. And I will say this, I will continue to do so as I go and run the County Investigative Division, because just like everything else, it all starts here. And unfortunately, there's a lot of crime to get solved here, so we'll keep working on it, do my best to partner with the Chester Police Department as long as I can. And I thank you all, and Mayor, I thank you for the opportunity to have worked for you. And Council, I thank you for allowing the Mayor to allow me to work for you as well. There's a lot of votes on that board. But I appreciate you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. At this time, we'll open up the microphone for public comments. If you have public comments, we have to go to the microphone, state your name, your address, and your public comment.
Good morning, my name is Ralph Dorsey, living in Chester, and I work right here with the Health Department. Millie left, but I did want to say a few things about Millie, but I'll tell her on a personal note. But I'm the president of Chester Biddy Basketball League, and we're going into our 65th year. And I've been the president for the last 8 years, been involved in the league for over 20 years. And we moved to a new site this coming season. And a lot of people was calling me saying, why are we going to this area? We're actually going to be at Christian Church of Chester, the old White Rock on 308 West 3rd Street. So I actually built a good relationship with Ron Starr, the Chief of Staff. So, you know, I called him up, you know, when I heard my concern from the community. And he's been letting us know that we're going to have a police presence there. And we have been seeing a police presence there. But I just want to make it known to City Council that these are kids between the age of 4 and 13. Some of them have young parents. Some of the parents are involved in so many things that's going on, but most of them aren't. And my job is to make sure that they come in that place and be safe. You know, and I just want to make sure that I mention this to you folks, that we really need your support in making sure that we got a police presence down there throughout the whole time that we're there. We do have Officer McClain, who's volunteering as a coach. We also have Officer Terrence Taylor, who child's involved in the league, but we're going to need more of a presence outside of them guys actually being there once or twice a week. And we're only there on weekends, but we're there almost the whole in the morning through the early evenings. And I'm begging you to give us that support that we need with the police presence on site.
Thank you, Coach Dorsey. Listen, we our kids are very important to us, all of us. And unfortunately, we should not even need police presence. It's just folks being able to
work through their differences and allow children to play. But we'll work with them and make sure.
Thank you, and I believe and trust that you will. Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Amin Abdul Salim. I live at 245 Street, Chester. If you will, so I'd like to just make some quick comments. As we move forward, beneficial knowledge, mature knowledge. This is what this is called. And this is what Jesus is pointing to our deal, folks. Get to this, come to this. Have stability in your life, to get to this. As we know, we heard from the Bible, that Jesus was born in a stable. So certainly we want to be stable now. We want to be stable. We want to get this. Very important. To go into the other half, the spiritual half, the great half, the strong half, the bigger half. Humbly speak. But folks just say, child, do not do a thing. So we do not want to stop here. We want to keep moving. It also says something to the effect that the child does not know even the half of it. And certainly we want to come to know the half of it. And so, I want to speak very briefly. Theme of keeping this theme with a child was born. Now these things mean something to us as we come to be stable enough, still enough, peace, be still, peace, be still. Still enough to understand. It gives grasp to some understanding of what others had left. There's somebody prayed for me, right? So we want to have these things good. We certainly do want to have things good. So some had left some things that we are supposed to, come to the mind of understanding the bottom line for our great benefit. Now, I don't want to go long because some patience is not long. So we understand this, right? Skip over. A child is born, a new mind that is going to take on. It is developing up. The only says, I have no power over you. This is the enemy, Satan, the devil, how do you want to call it? The enemy. Against hindering the man from the cause, from the remembrance of his Lord. So it's about none of this. So this is what we want to deal with very quickly here. And as we go forward, the hindrance of man from the remembrance of his Lord, the second half that our forefathers and the forefathers and all of want us to get to. So he said, I have no power over you. You give me my power. So at this point, we certainly want to stop giving the enemy his power. So this is being happening now. God said, you find that the soul will come up mind for itself. It's innocent. What is without power. So it says doomsday, doomsday is when power is in the hand of the unfit leader or person. So God is giving us the power in the sense that we want to be about getting it. The great, let us accept this. Bottom line, sir. Sorry. Certainly, we have mentioned this already, and I do not want to go on with you. But let me just say, giving our children promotes stability and stability. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. And God said, have I not created you with the two faculties of seeing and hearing? This is what our children want. They don't want us to run back and spend a lot of money going that way. We want to go forward. We want to go into the other half, get to the other half. In the New Year's, God said He's going to quieten this stuff Himself so that we can hear the word of our Lord, a new life. Education and tax. The formula of tax is right there in itself. The only thing is certain is tax and death. Huh? So we're going to collect money to go forward. We're not going to be sending our money back that way. It says death. What is death's main part in this? It said die to this mess, this world that you might live in the proper world. Sir, I'm going to stop at this point and say that I pray that there's some grace and some things that been said to you that, that counsel there and people that we can use. Very sure. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Salim, I do want to respond to what you said. You said that the children today say all they want is their 2 front teeth. I got some of them on a bike and a go-kart and one. I wish that was all that. Thank you, Mr. Salim. Seeing no other persons at the microphone, just for a brief announcement, next week's council meeting is canceled because it's the day after Christmas, and so there will be no council meeting or deliberative. But we do want to say to all of you Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, and hope and pray that they're safe and prosperous and productive. This meeting is now adjourned.